I'm Lola Camacho. I'm here today with Dan. Okay, I'm personally a water energy healer, creator of Ataya method. Dan, he is a body therapist and educator with more than 40 years of experience helping people to have a truly healthy, pain free body by only the safest and most practical means. He is the inventor of body empathy, an original method of painless exercise and massage that induces deep healing relaxation while optimizing the body's breathing and movement systems in particular. Dan is also the creator of a healthy pain-free body um, formula program, as well as the founder and educational director of Empathy Institute in Barcelona, Spain. Okay, he's like, hello, Dan. It's a pleasure to have you here today. It's great. I'm very happy with your presence. I can see how you sometimes laugh. I'm sorry about my English because I've spent a lot of years that I don't speak English, and I don't forget all of my the accent or some words, but it's like I'm mostly always thinking in Spanish and then translate and think in English. It's sometimes like a bit difficult, but I try my best. Okay.
You're doing fine, Lola, and thank you for having me on your
Thank
show,
you,
interviewing me. It's a
thank
pleasure to
you,
be
Dan. Okay, have some questions that a lot of people would like to know about. Okay, can you tell us, Dan, please, who is your mm, ideal client?
okay. Well, actually, my ideal client belongs in one of two categories. The first category would be someone who is really suffering, experiencing a lot of distress and possibly pain. It can be physical or emotional for a prolonged period of time. And they're finally fed up and they're not willing to go on tolerating it like they have been. And so solving this problem is a priority for them. And the other category of person is someone who realizes that life is short. They want the best that life has to offer. They want to live a luxury lifestyle. And they want to live, as I like to say, like or even better than a billionaire without necessarily having to be one.
Okay, that's great, amazing.
Yeah.
So I have there another question. Tell us about the problem that you solve.
Well, I solve more than one problem, but some of the common ones are feelings of anxiety, things that are induced by stress, prolonged stress, difficulty sleeping at night, chronic fatigue, which happens if when you're having to deal with prolonged stress, and even something as simple and universally common as pain in the lower back. These are some of the problems I solve, and breathing disorders that also respond or happen in response to prolonged stress. Things like asthma.
Okay, yeah, that's a hard one. Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll give you as many as you need.
Much better now. There's more silence, isn't it? Okay, that's that's very nice. What you're offering, Dan, it's very important. What you are sharing with people, and there's some questions more. Like, what are some of the typical symptoms that people are experiencing before they find your solution?
Right. Well, aside from the obvious lower back pain, which is habitual, and that almost everyone has, whether you're physically active and overworking your body, or not active enough and lead a sedentary lifestyle. In the more stress or even trauma category, nervousness and a difficulty relaxing, and inability to relax and even sleep at night, or to sleep well once you do sleep. So when you wake up in the morning, you're still very tired.
Yeah,
For
true.
example.
Yeah. So, and what are some of the other mistakes that people are making before they become your clients? And when they realize this, it becomes a breakthrough moment for them.
Okay, well, one thing is that people tend to be attracted to extreme things. We live in a world that's increasingly obsessed with everything extreme. And I like to say that the body empathy method is a very common sense and necessary alternative to this extremist mentality. So, people, it's understandable that people are attracted to feats when people do really remarkable things, whether it's with the way they breathe or the way they move or whatever. But can be dangerous, because as much as we are attracted to this and we want to do what we see other people doing, more often than not, we might not be ready to do it. And we let our enthusiasm get the better of us, and we end up hurting ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. One free action that someone who is listening can do now to take a step in the right direction.
All right. Well, I'll give you more than one, two or three that go together. The first
Well,
thing
that was
has
great.
to, the first has to do with how you breathe, and just notice whether or not your mouth is open or closed right now. Because if it's open, please close it. You should never be breathing through your mouth, even though we tend to do it. And the only time we should ever really have our mouth open is when we are speaking or eating or maybe kissing someone, but those are the only exceptions.
That's the
So
romantic one.
yeah, that's the extra one, the icing on the cake. But basically, you want to be aware of your body. Put your attention on your body right now, and notice not only whether or not your mouth is open or closed, but notice how your body is breathing. You don't have to do it. I'm not going to say, like most people do, which is really not a good instruction, take a deep breath. No, no. Your body knows how to breathe perfectly well. So just observe your body, put your attention on it, notice how your body is breathing. Maybe, for example, you suddenly realize that you're tense and holding your breath to some degree. And if that's the case, allow your body to breathe. It will often do that spontaneously in response to the realization that you are holding your breath. On the other hand, when you're observing your breathing, maybe you will realize that you're breathing quickly, or that at the end of the exhalation, you breathe in immediately. This is actually a sign of stress or even trauma, and you are hyperventilating in a subtle way. So, what you want to do is observe your breathing cycle, which involves breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. And at the end of the exhalation, pause voluntarily for at least 1 or 2 seconds, and then allow your body to breathe in again. Observe your breathing in, breathing out, and at the end of the exhalation, pause 1,000, 1,000, or longer, but then allow your body to breathe in. So you're beginning to intervene in this unconscious pattern of habitually over breathing by breathing in immediately after breathing out, which you only really need to do when you're physically active. But if you're sitting down or lying down and not moving your body, and you're relaxed, there should be a natural pause at the end of the exhalation. And you can induce relaxation. You can break this pattern by voluntarily pausing and holding your breath for a second or two during, for example, 10 consecutive breathing cycles.
Dan, you just gave us like a master class, so it's grateful. Thank you. So for anxiety, this I can see that it's so important. I mean, it's life. We're talking about breathing is life. You know, it's very very important. Thank you. Okay. How can someone contact with you, Dan?
Well, at the moment, since my website is under construction, I do have a Facebook business page, Body Empathy Institute. But the easiest way would simply be to send an email to me at infobodyempathy at
Okay,
gmail.
and
Infobodyempathy at gmail.com. Body empathy, BODYEMPATHY at gmail.com.
okay,
And I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
that's great. Thank you very much, Dan. Thank you for your sharing, your wisdom, your insights with us regarding the human body. Thank you, Dan.
Well, thank you, Lola, for giving me the opportunity to share my understanding. And I want to thank Tom Poland, the webinar guru, for suggesting this or demonstrating this format for how to do an interview. I've liked it very much. That's what we were using in case it wasn't clear. And I want to thank you also, Lola, for sharing your work with me, the very special work that you do with energy by reprogramming the body at the cellular level through water, the water that we consume. It's a fascinating work.
Thank you too, Dan. Thank you very much.
Until the next time, bye for now.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.